Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela Peters. I feel like I'm looking extra tired today, and I kind of am because my dog woke me up. And yesterday I had a very physically demanding day, not in the work sense, but as usual I went running, and then I cleaned my whole car because I usually try to do that at least once a year. And then I tried cleaning my room, which is chronically a disaster, and I was repacking for some trips I have coming up, so that always is like cognitively demanding as well. So today I'm going to talk about more housing stuff because I've been thinking about it a lot. It's basically the only thing I think about when my brain is idling. And I was talking to this girl I work with at the restaurant who was saying that like you can manifest anything, and I'm like, no, I like do agree with this because I had this vision board from when I was 15 years old that had a bunch of countries and like what are those things called, like just like well-known places and countries as well as different alphabets. And then, years later I've studied a bunch of different languages. I'm fluent in one other language and I visited 43 countries. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do is I have a work presentation which I'm going to present on how to travel on the cheap, but I have a little PowerPoint with it, so I'll save that for my next English video to kind of practice presenting that for work. It's on one of our learn days and it's during like what we call a water cooler, so it's just like not super like I want to say important stuff, but it's not like work related. It's like whatever you're passionate about, which for me is traveling. Okay, so I've been doing more thinking about like, what do I want? What do I like? And where I live is a pretty expensive area. Like most things are pretty expensive. And I do think that this area is going to keep getting gentrified because of how close it is to the beach. So I found an area close to the beach that I kind of like, but apparently it's a little bit druggy. But I was looking at the drug stats and they're actually not even as bad as the town where I work for my restaurant job. So I was like, But I guess it's not necessarily just drugs. It also can be like crime, and I think it does have a relatively high crime rate compared to other places in New Jersey. But New Jersey is also way safer than a lot of other places in the US, which are like more impoverished. So I don't know. It seems very relative to me. But I'm just getting to a point where I'm like I really want to own a house because I don't like the idea of eventually being kicked out by a landlord. I've also moved a few times, and like I've moved temporarily, like taken some stuff with me, went in my car down to Texas, or like, flew across the ocean to Kyrgyzstan or Armenia or Finland, and I'm just really tired and I don't feel like doing it anymore. Like I just don't. So I just want like a house that's my home that I can use as my home base that I'm just in, and I just have to make sure I can financially swing it, which is the hardest part about this. But if I lower my standards and I just live somewhere tiny, that's my own house, and I want a yard so I can put the dogs outside, it's going to be fine. So I'm hoping to go look at a house pretty close to the area where I live within the next couple weeks before I leave and go on a trip. So we'll see what happens. It is in the high flood zone, which is not great considering that you would have to have flood insurance. And if we ever have another Hurricane Sandy, which happened in 2012, wow, more than 10 years ago at this point, like 12 years ago. That was actually a great week. I had off from school for 2 weeks, great 2 weeks. And I had so much free time and it was great. Like, it was kind of like COVID, but not. I mean, it sucks that these things are what finally give us free time, but I do appreciate them for that, so thanks. Natural disasters and global pandemics, in some respects, you gotta always look for a silver lining. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, is going and looking at a house and hoping that I can swing it somehow, maybe some first-time homebuyer programs, and I just think it's going to give me a lot of peace and happiness. And I know it's a big responsibility, but I feel like I'm pretty good at being responsible, so I don't care. Like, that's not a deterrent to me. And I don't know, I just think it will be nice to just be like alone, because I really like when I'm alone in my house when like nobody's here. So I think that's how I'll feel. It does feel like a little bit scary, but if I have the dogs, I'll probably be fine. They're still alive, yay. They're so cute. Yeah, I think that's everything I have for today because I'm looking like super tired, and it's just one of these Mondays where I feel like I have so many agenda items that I don't even know where to start, and I really hate this. And it's like I've been bouncing around between three things, and it's just, I wish my dog didn't wake me up early today because that's what happened. Alright, so that's everything I have for today. I might do this travel thing tomorrow. Got like a few restaurant shifts remaining. Yeah, coming to a nice little close where I get to take a break, and I'm kind of excited. Alright, so that's everything I have for today, and until next time, bye.